come from the same area. But we both played for different clubs.
I've played for Mercy, I played for Mavericks, and now playing for California Magic. I think switching from Mavericks to California Magic was harder to make a switch for me because I went to Peter, talked to my mom, and he said there's a scrimmage with California Magic, and he said I should go, and I went. And the team was very good, but it was just the diversity of the team where I didn't feel like I fit in with the team. And that's one of the things where I always look for in a team, what different cultures are there, what kind of different players are there, and just where do they all come from, because I think that's very good to have in a team where you just have a team where there's different players from different cultures and they have a different style of play, and all together I think that is a great team to have together. But when I went, it was hard for me to switch. I met with Yasko and we talked, and he's aware of that, and when I was talking to him, I was listening, but my mind was it was in a different place. And my mom she was supportive of what I was saying, and she knew where I was coming from. But she said it's mostly my decision, because it's my soccer career. And I liked what Yasko was saying, his training and everything, and I knew that they were a really good team by the way they played. And it took me a while, but then I finally decided I really wanted to come to California Magic. And when I did, it was I didn't get used to it for 2 weeks, but then I finally fit in. It felt comfortable, and the players are super nice. They're super funny, and after practices, we would always have fun, and it's a really nice team. And I like this team. I don't think I'm gonna switch to a different team until I'm done with playing club and high school. But I think California Magic is the team I want to stay with.
Well, the farthest back I can remember him playing was when I was playing with Walnut Creek. I don't really think we met much before that, because he played at a higher level than I did at the time. I played at one of the lowest levels actually you could play at in America. But when I got to the higher level, he was on the Mavericks. I was on Walnut Creek United, and the first time I saw him play that I can remember was in this tournament, SF Cup, and we beat them, I think, 3-1.
Yeah.
And he stood out, I think, though. He had an excellent game, I think, that game. And then we played each other quite a few times, I think 6 times within the next 2 years. And it's a pretty even score sheet. They won, I think, 3 games, and we won 3 games. Maybe we tied one along the way. But, yeah. His playing style is the same, I think, but his it's gone up. It's he has the same playing style, nothing's changed, but his playing style is a lot better now. Everything's better that he was good at. Everything's a lot better. I think Yasko really helped. I think this is going to help a lot. The Dinamo trainings is going to help. They're a good team, but they're not the best team. There's a lot of ways that actually he could help that team. One of the ways for sure is how calm he is. Most Croatians, they're really feisty, and he'll fight for the ball, but he's calm when he's doing it. He's very calm on the field. He'll never get into a real panic on the field, and that's I like it. That's one of the, I think, his best attributes. He's so calm, but he's aggressive at the same time. And also it's good for Dinamo to have mixed culture in in their teams because they're not very integrative here.
We both are competitive. We both don't want to lose. There's some players I play with that could do very good here. They play sort of similar. Like they know this kind of play that my team's playing with, and I think they could do well here because they are very intense and they're really competitive. I think they would already have a good feeling of how they would play here, and I wasn't as prepared as them because some of the players, they like playing with academies and they're playing with higher teams that I'm not playing with. Like I'm starting to play now with more academies in my bracket, but they've been always playing with like academies, and I think they could fit in here because they would have more. I think for their first two trainings, they could be more aggressive and more. They would know more what to do than me because I think I'm still a very good player, but they have more. They're more aggressive and they're quicker players, and I think they could do well here, but I don't know. It's attitude-wise, they can get more angry or they'll like break down if they're not doing too good. They don't keep the calm. Like they're not calm enough to play here. But I think overall they're great players and they could compete here. The attitude of the players, professional-wise, it's huge. It's way different from my club, and I think any other club in the U.S. As in 2000, they're only 14, 13, and they already are like well prepared for whatever comes their way. When they're dressing, they like have it all laid out. Like they're always ready, and they always keep like 2 pairs of cleats, and they always have extra stuff in their bag if someone else forgets a pair of socks. They'll always help someone out. Coach walks in, they all stand up and show respect, and they all are quiet. Like if they'll be laughing and making jokes before the coach comes, but once the coach comes, they're like all laughing stops, all talking stops, and they stand up. They walk out to training, and during training, they're serious. Like they don't make jokes, and I've been from teams that like will still make jokes when it's training, but they don't, and I really like that, and that's why I really want to play here because I don't want to go back to like players that are my age and don't have that professional mentality that they don't want to go pro, but I really want to. And when I was playing with them, I could just tell I want to be in this type of team where everybody's serious, everybody wants to be at the highest level they can play at, and I don't think that I'll ever get to experience something as great as this because this shows me how much that I need to want it and these players want it, and I think it shows me right now that this is the attitude that you gotta have if you really want to go pro at this age. And I think going back to the U.S., I'll still have this mentality. I just want to strive forward more and just be more serious when I get back and not goof off as much, and I'll help players out if they want to do that. Like I don't know if players on my team in the U.S. want to go pro, and it's fine if they don't, but I think that they should all be as serious as players here in the club. They shouldn't just be goofing off when they shouldn't, but I think the players here, they all want to go pro. They all want to strive to be the best they can, and I think it shows me just how I should be more, and they're all allies, I think, for me.
Well, my coach, it was late. We had a 7:30 training. It ended around 9, and my coach said to the boys in Croatian, I didn't speak much at the time. The Croatian national team is training in the Dinamo Stadium right now. They need some ball boys. Who wants to go be a ball boy? And a couple guys raised their hands and were like, yes, really excited. And some were like not excited, just like, oh, whatever. So I was confused what was going on. Do I want to be like, me? Or do I want to be like, whatever? I didn't know. And then one of them told me in English, he's like, hey, he's kind of a good friend of me now. His name's Toti. He's probably the best player on that team. He said, "Hey, you want to go watch? You gonna want to go be ball boy for Croatian national team?" I was like, "Yes, I'd love to." And he's like, "Okay." And he's like, "You're going too slow. Hurry up." And after he said that, I got all my clothes on, and I forgot my camera though. So of course I couldn't take any pictures. But when they let us into the stadium, the main stadium entrance, and we saw all these professionals walking out onto the field. It was like, oh my God. I was like, wow. I saw stars that are playing at Real Madrid. Luka Modric is playing for Real Madrid. I saw him walking out onto the field. I saw Mandzukic. He wasn't training though. I did take a picture with him though, but someone else's camera. I saw many other players also, like Da Silva, Ademi, many Croatian stars that are on the national team. The academy players, they joke around in the locker room. The professionals, they probably do joke around in the locker room, I'm not sure though. And they'll still joke around on the field and like mess around and like kick the ball and play butts up and stuff like that. After the coach sets up all the cones and he puts whatever he needs to do in the drills, he's like, and as soon as he blows the whistle, they all run over and they're all very serious.